Hey you guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. We've just met Ryan. This is Ryan. I found out from Kyle this morning, you don't live local.
I don't, no. I live up in the Bay Area.
So you trailered down from the Bay just to shoot with us.
On Mother's Day evening, yeah. Made a lot of friends doing that.
Oh, I'll bet.
Thank you.
Oh.
I forgot it's Mother's Day.
Sorry, Mom.
We'll
Sorry.
sort that out.
Yeah. Tell me about it, dude. What year first? Let's start there.
It's a 73 Chevrolet Custom 10. Started its life in Los Banos, California, the Central Valley. It was an inline 6 truck, 3 on the column with a camper shell. And it was used to commute throughout the Central Valley of California. I was in the market for a midlife crisis car.
Yeah.
I don't fit in a Corvette C6. I'm 6'6", so that didn't really work out.
Yeah.
So I started trying to find the right shell to put the modern drivetrain in. Found this thing, California lineage, mostly clean truck, and we took it to the max from there.
You know, I mean, just stance alone, I'm like, all right, this one's about business. Why don't we pop the hood and...
We have a LSA, I have a wrecked 2014 Camaro. So much like this truck had its prior life as a farm truck, someone got carried away in a 2014 ZL1, and I found the LSA and the TR6060 6-speed behind it.
Have you left the engine stock?
It has an LS9 cam and ultimate headers, but outside of that, completely stock.
Yeah. So you're what, mid 500 horsepower?
So the Camaros came with 580 in the LSA in that generation. So with the LS9 cam, they say 20 to 30 horsepower. I haven't had it completely fully tuned yet, but I'm thinking we're in the top end of 500, so like a 600.
Nice, dude. Which is a great range on this. You're probably what, 3,500 pounds-ish?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Now, I gotta imagine when you don't do this with all the stock framework and...
My buddy Wes at McFarlane at Square One Vintage, he designed this frame to accept C7 Corvette geometry. So these are all GM part number upper and lower control arms. And then when we get around back, you'll see that it's sitting on independent rear suspension as well. Chevrolet Performance released the CAD drawings for all the geometry for C7, and he makes this frame to accept everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
God, so this thing must really handle, dude.
It does.
Wow, that's so bitchin' how visible it all is through here. So it's their rack and everything. It's full. Yeah.
Which, you know, as you hot rod, you change one thing, everything else has to change. We had some complications getting front drive assembly. Inner wheel tubs become a problem because everything's so narrow. Steering rack angle, but you work through them. Converted to manual brakes.
Nice.
It's running a hydraulic clutch from the TR6060. So this is built in a garage in California. Frame was designed and built in California. Most of the parts came from either a GM parts counter or a local O'Reilly or Napa.
You get it anywhere.
I love it, dude. That's so cool, man. Is this a different firewall to give you room to come back?
So we recessed the firewall a little bit when we added the master and when we were thinking about plumbing the vintage air that we have in it. So if you look, technically the front of the engine is about midline to the front wheel hub. So it is almost a mid-engine truck as far back as it's set down and back.
It's bare master. Is it bare brakes all around the truck?
Corvette C6 calipers and rotors.
So you went full
GM. The idea was to build a car. Build a car that if you were to take it on power tour, if you're gonna do a cross-country trip of some type, like you guys are going tomorrow, something breaks for the most part. If you have a GM dealer nearby, or if you have even an O'Reilly nearby,
you're
you
good.
Can go handle business.
Smart. The stance is just wicked on this, man. I mean, and I love that it's all static. I'm not a big bags guy. Like, I like shit that handles, you know?
I agree. So it's Ride Tech at all 4 corners on the C7 geometry. So it actually handles like you wouldn't believe. Going over speed bumps or little divots in the road we were talking about earlier, sometimes you got to pucker up, and if you're in a lowered vehicle, it just glides right through it.
What'd you do for wheels, like sizes, tire sizes, everything?
So these are Youngblood Racing wheels, another local Bay Area company out of Morgan Hill.
Youngblood Racing?
Youngblood Racing, yep. 19 by 12s, and we're running 315 squared.
315 squared.
It'll fit 345s, but we don't want to push the fenders out too hard, so.
You have flared it, yeah?
No, it's just so low that factory flare stands out.
That's factory?
That's factory. Mud guards. The inners have had some massaging, but.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, man, I kind of missed that on the square bodies. I guess there's something about this one that showcases it a bit more. Sorry for the square body guys, but honestly, like I missed how it's.
They're tucked in, so the wheels are tucked in a little more again with the narrower frame, so it's a visual thing.
Yeah, this thing's bitching, man. Is this still the paint that was on it?
So, buffed significantly. This is probably the closest. If you look, it's got more of an orange hue to it. This is called Crimson Red from the factory.
But this is the color, this is the paint that was on the truck.
Correct. Had some cancer in the doors, little cancer in the bottom of the fenders. The hood was roached.
I'm off to round up some roaches.
Buffed it, left it, but there's still nicks and scars. You know, like I said, this
For
is
sure.
This is meant to be a street brawler.
It's a driver, yeah.
It earned all these scars in its prior life, so I didn't feel right covering up. And then we cleared everything.
What's going on here?
Corvette IRS. Underneath here is a 5th gen Camaro differential. It's out of a 1LE, so 391 rear end, and then custom drive shaft to connect everything. One wrecked Camaro provided the drivetrain, another one provided the pumpkin, and then several wrecked C7s provided the the A-arms.
That's so cool how it comes through the bed like that.
So yeah, that was the other part. Do you cover it? Do you not? There's adjustability on the ride tech, so when I eventually start autocrossing, I'll want an access port of some kind. But it's
sure.
also such a showcase of Wes's work, really, what it comes down to.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So again, this is him part of the frame
Correct.
to accept the
Yep.
genius, man.
And then custom axles are running from the pumpkin out.
God, that's really cool. And where's your exhaust? I can't see where your exhaust
It dumps
comes out.
underneath, just in front of the front axle. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, we won't be able to have much conversation in the car.
Yeah.
That's okay. No crazy cam profile. It does have full mufflers, so it's not crazy.
Did you guys build your own exhaust for this also?
Les did that as well.
Uh-huh. That's really cool. So between you and a couple of friends for the most part.
Essentially.
Bitching, dude.
Yeah,
All about business in here.
absolutely.
So all stock stuff left in here, like as far as the door panels, dash, right?
All out of USA One Industries, just ordered it up for a 73 Chevy.
Just repops of the
That's
original.
it. Correct.
Even the like,
Even the bag.
this saggy bag.
Yep.
That's so cool.
That's another Wes invention, is this harness bar. He makes that in-house.
Wow, and it really doesn't impede on your.
Not at all.
I mean, you're 6'6" and you sit comfortably in here.
I do, yeah. Again, more comfortable than I would in a Vet or a sports car. for
Yeah,
sure.
bitch. And does it all tie into the?
It all ties
frame?
into the harness, not the frame. It's a sandwich underneath. Sandwich. It's a 4-post, 2 up by the footwell and 2 here in the back.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. What's up with these seats? What a trip.
Yeah.
They sparkle, man.
Bass boat, man.
What are these? NRG?
Prismas, yeah.
Never had, dude. And then I'm assuming like all your gauges are changed out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Autometer digital dash.
Can we light it
Yeah,
up?
go ahead.
Oh, right on.
That's sick.
So cool. So now you got everything, and you can probably swipe right and get different visuals.
Profiles, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
This is so cool. It's so. What's the center console from?
That's out of it's a repop. That would be
Another
out of
one
a
you ju-
Blazer or like a Cheyenne trim truck, a fully trimmed truck.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you put a full pedal box in.
No, so that's just jog my memory here. I think it's a Holley pedal because it's fly-by-wire. It was a 3-pedal truck to begin with, so we used stock location and then made it integrate with the tilt and clutch slave cylinder and the bear.
Dude, let's get the cameras in. Let's go drive this thing.
Let's do it.
So before we get deeper into today's episode, I want to make you guys aware of a company called ARI Appraisal, ARIappraisal.com, because they're the only company I know that offers a fully comprehensive auto appraisal, all done online for a flat fee of $250. So for $250, literally a step-by-step walk you through the process. You'll have a fully comprehensive auto appraisal you can use for estate planning, insurance purposes, all the reasons that you need an appraisal. So let's jump back in and have some more fun here, man. Sweet. What are you geared at in this? What's your
391.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's got
I had
the
a feeling you were a little taller. You know, we're getting ready to build a Fox Body Mustang project that we've had in, you know, in the thinking, creating, talking stages. And we recently worked it out with Chris Ashton, Ruffian Cars. By the way, that's an announcement I'm making, you guys.
nice.
Chris and his team are gonna build our car, which I couldn't be more excited about because I'm a massive fan of what him and his guys are doing. Relating it back to autocross, he likes to autocross, my buddy Frankie. I have so many friends that autocross. So I figured once that car is done and sorted and, you know, driver car,
Yeah.
without question, I want to go out and throw it around. You know, I won't be any good.
It doesn't matter, right? Like, go out there, see what the car can do, and it's so entry level. You don't have to have a crazy
Totally.
investment. You know, sign a waiver, pay a little fee, and you're in.
brakes just feel wonderful on here. Man.
It's fairly sorted out. I mean, again, we're building it at the pace we did with this, limited number of hands on it.
Yeah.
It really helps you figure it out. And then again, tailor-made for my big ass to get it there.
Hey, you're a big dude. By the way, if any of you guys are wondering why Sean has his harnesses so loose, it's because this big mother, they are tightened as far as they will go. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll stop before my face hits the steering wheel, which is a good thing,
That's
right?
good. Maximize the whiplash.
Unless I slip completely out of this. You know, man, I drive a lot of stuff. I ride in a lot of stuff. This is so my world. This is how it eats up the bumps, no rub.
Nope.
I mean, perfect power too. That was maybe half throttle.
Right. She wants
Maybe.
to go. She wants to go, yeah.
I get a sense. You guys know me, any of you that watch the channel regularly, I'm always chill with other people's vehicles. But I could tell by giving it a half throttle, there's all the power you want, more than you need, honestly. But I mean, you also want to go autocross, so you got to have some power there.
Yeah.
You got to have that 500 to 600 plus,
That's the other thing. That's kind of the entry-level power you need, right? Because the time
do.
that we talked about earlier, being separated by tenths or hundredths,
That's
getting
right.
from turn to turn is so important.
And you don't want to overpower it.
Right.
Oh, it's really nice. Blips real quick,
Sounds
This is-
rad.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking great
It
truck.
feels great to ride in. I've never ridden in the truck, so.
You've never been a I
You've
knew
never
that was
driven it.
coming.
You never driven it, I've never ridden in it, so this is perfect.
I knew that was coming. All right, you're glad because we're going to turn around and then I'm getting out of the seat.
All right.
And it's a good thing because I'm unfortunately starting to fall in love with your friggin' truck. This thing's slick, dude. This is so well done. Oh, I love your brakes.
How was it?
Dude, this is such a well-built truck. I mean, it does, I was just saying it literally does everything you want. The seating position's perfect. The power's great. The suspension is tuned and dialed. Braking, the manual braking, awesome. I mean, and it makes all the right sounds.
I noticed trying to make that U-turn with the 315 in the front, pretty hard.
There, I got one gripe. I can't make a really super tight U-turn.
Yeah, but 315 up front looks sick.
Dude, who cares?
I'm with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So now we're actually going to see what it's going to do with you driving.
Okay. No pressure.
Damn, that thing rips.
That was great, dude. That was awesome. So given that that was your first time you'd really hit it hard, so you're happy with what it,
Yeah.
you look at you smiling over here. I love it, brother. Second gear, you feel it digging. Was that, you bang rev limiter briefly,
I did.
huh? Boy, it
Yeah,
really revs fast, doesn't
Getting
it?
carried away over here.
Is that your first time hitting rev limiter?
Yes, 100%.
So you're really getting after it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Feeling good. Yeah, dude, it's so fun to watch you get so happy about it.
This thing's sick, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
So
Appreciate it.
sick. Sounds
Shoots
so good. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
That, in my opinion, is a proper driver's build. It just does everything you want. From the second you sit down, you know it's built to drive, and it really is. You want to nitpick, it's so good that we were able to nitpick and go, there's two things slightly off. You can't make a hard enough U-turn. He's gonna cut the inner fenders. And there's a little wheel hop as you start to launch. Big deal, easy stuff to sort out. Truck has less than 1,000 miles on it. This, my friend, is a badass, and it's a garage build. Gotta love it, man. So I leave you with the thanks for hanging and watching, and I will see you in the next episode. All right, man, later.